Seltzer heartburn relief gummies. They don't taste chalky and work fast.
Incredible.
Okay.
She doesn't have heartburn.
Alka-Seltzer heartburn?
Yeah, I just read the Irving media. And the Miramichi Irving paper got my attention. Bibles on book cart led to volunteer dismissal. Now, I was in the hospital last week in Miramichi. A friend was sick. And I was surprised when I look at the counter, the desk beside the bed. There's no Bible. In Fredericton, I remember when I took my seizures, there was a Bible, Holy Bible, in a plastic bag. It's there. If I want to read it, I read it. If I don't want to read it, I'm glad I read a little bit. Which reminds me, I got to read the other Bible that Pastor Terry gave me last year. Anyway, so I was surprised in Miramichi Hospital. There was no Bible in the desk beside the counter or whatever, beside the bed. So this guy, his name is Roland Matthews, and he's 77 years old. And what happened, just says here, a elderly Miramichi man has been terminated from his position as a volunteer at the Miramichi Regional Hospital after continuing to hand out religious material on his book cart despite being warned by official not to. So I saw that on Twitter. So I went and asked, it was an information desk, and I said, excuse me, so I started talking, and she talked, and then I said, oh, parle français? Oui, oui. Oh, it's just that you spoke English first. I know, it didn't matter. So anyway, it was nice, but told me, well, if you have any complaint, go to the volunteer department. Second floor, I think. But what bothers me here, this guy was let go, fired as a volunteer, because he just put a Bible in the book cart. What's wrong with that? Really, what's wrong with that? The Bible's there. You want to read it? Read it. You don't want to read it? Okay. I remember we used to go to classrooms. The cross was there, or other places. It offended some people, and they removed the cross years ago. I'm not a born-again freak. That's what I told the person in the Miramichi Hospital. But it's but in July, when a number of patients asked him if he had any religious contact, Matthew said he went back to a supervisor. He said he then returned to the spiritual and religious care department, where he was supplied with material. Matthew was informed by a supervisor he was being let go. I didn't say anything. I just passed in my badge, passed in my coat, got my stuff gathered, and I left. Crying. 77 years old, crying. Must have been pretty hurt, pretty bad. Matthew acknowledged that he was informed by the head. I don't believe the process was practical. When people are in the hospital, and especially when people get up on the 4th floor, they know the next step is probably going to be palliative care. So, lots of time, they want a Bible, and they tell me how much they appreciate having it. He says he took pride in his volunteer work, provided him a sense of purpose and accomplishment over the last 5 years. Mike McCombs, a former city councilor and one of 3 Miramichi area representative on the Horizon board, this should be good, said he was aware of the situation. He said it was the first time he heard of a volunteer being let go from a position at the hospital. I think Horizon would welcome him back with open arms if he agreed to comply. But they do have the religious designation, whatever that means, McComb said. When you check into the hospital, they do ask you if you want to receive any religious representation. Really? And if you say no, and somebody shows up with a Bible, they could take offense to it. Media. What's more important? Toilet paper in an old folks home or a Bible in the hospital?